Yes. I say that now because then I'm gonna look like a jerk when I don't get it. So timing starts in 3, 2, 1, now. Well, now, but who cares, right?
Just retime it with frames.
I'm still
Yeah,
feeling
I mean, I don't have an in-game time for this. So this is Traversa. This is also a game by Adult Swim. You can't tell because this looks completely different. It's not as funny. It's actually very charismatic. If that's the right word. It's a neat game by an indie developer.
Well,
And the story is we live in a dystopian future where the overworld was like the air in the overworld was polluted, and the people escaped into like caverns and built a town in these caverns. And so air is the most important resource here because we don't have any clean air. And oops. Don't get stuck here.
You'd better. Good luck today. I know you're meant.
And now there's a rebellion on the rise because people try to monopolize air, fresh air, to the people, which sounds very brutal. I mean, people need air, obviously, yes. But it is. You're gonna find some surprising similarities between this game and Portal. Because it's a physics-based puzzle game, and we're gonna get a little gun, or it's more like a cloth, but it's gonna let us manipulate the physics. Also, one thing in this game is I can skip the audio scenes, and it's also speed ups cutscenes and all that. With the exception of unskippable cutscenes. I'm gonna point them out because there's only one unskippable cutscene right here. I swear this is the only unskippable cutscene.
That as a traveler, you'll most likely Raven Corporal between us. Your work is a discouraging, please.
What's wrong?
Do you see that? Anyway, watch out.
So here's GLaDOS. She's telling us to get this gravity hook glove. And now we can move boxes. It's gonna be a little bit weird on this new mouse. So right here we're supposed to sneak. But these guards don't really kill us unless we're right next to them. And when we stand on boxes, they can't do anything against us. It's very convenient, that's why I place a box there. So this is probably the worst part in the beginning. We have to kill these little bots, and they don't like dying. Like they're sometimes really awful. And also when they explode next to me, when they get close, they're gonna, oh no, my box got stuck. They're just gonna kill me instantly. So yeah, this guy just stood up again. I guess he's okay, he's dead. Sometimes instead of dying they just fall over and then they take forever to stand up and explode. That's just a little inconvenient. Ideally all of them die once they get hit by the box. Gonna do this again. I mean, I'm just gonna pretend this is part of the run, but I actually just messed up there. I did the audio skip a little bit too early. I would love to have like people find this run and then, you know, watch it and find an interest in running this, because I'm currently the only person running it. And I completely routed this, so there's gonna be a few bugs and glitches that I abuse. But I found a lot more out-of-bounds stuff that I just cannot use at the moment. Here's one of the glitches. So when I hold the barrel, I can just walk through these. Usually you're supposed to wear it on your head. It's the trademarked barrel. It's a very cool invention. But if you're carrying the barrel on your head, you're really slow. The only downside is when this barrel gets stuck somewhere, and it loves to get stuck at like walls, ceilings, enemies, wherever, you can drop it, and if you run through a laser and you drop it exactly that second, you die, and it's not good. Dying is bad.
Dying is bad in game.
Yep. Okay, so right there I got a small boost. When you jump while going through a door and you're like mid-air in the jump, like at the perfect peak, you get a small boost. I have no idea why, it just happens. So I'm always happy when it happens. You can't really force it. So right here, there's a very important story element that we're gonna skip. Basically, they're kidnapping our father, but because I can just put this table on this guy's head, jump on here, and hopefully get over this barrier, we're never gonna find out that our father is gonna get kidnapped. That's unfortunate. And yeah, so I just skipped like a minute or so of cutscene and game elements.
You can't skip the cutscenes.
There's, I mean, I'm gonna point it out. There's some cutscenes that are a bit obnoxious, but
Remember, Linus was called
so it's basically skipping 2 level loads if you go by load files. So every level has like a number, and I just skipped 2 levels there, which isn't always accurate. So right here is one of the most annoying part of the game if I get it wrong. So let's hope I'm not gonna get it wrong. So this guy right here, for some reason, he likes to run away, and I have to steal his purse before he turns around. And okay, I got it. If he would have seen me and run away, that would cost me like a minute chasing him, because he's that much of a jerk. And that's basically the only thing that you have to pay attention to. There's a few interesting people. Here's a professor, he's afraid of the dark, but there's a briefcase in the underground that I have to get back for him. Also, for some reason, he's the biggest jerk in the game because he doesn't let me buffer my skip, my audio log skip. So usually you can just hold down your button and it will skip every single audio log as long as you hold down this button, which is the interact button. Wait, real quick, here's a very hard puzzle. Yeah. Ooh. And we got the briefcase. But yeah, for some reason this guy's audio logs don't work. Also, those rats can get stuck there. And nope, don't.
Here, it turns on.
Yep.
RNG manipulation.
That was definitely RNG manipulation. Yes. So he wants us to clean out his backyard. Oh god, this mouse. Usually you need a mouse wheel to lift objects. It's not that convenient. Because physics objects, I mean, come on. And then he also wants us to paint his house. So we're gonna paint his house in like pretty colors. Perfect. He loves it. It's modern art. And so those 3 people that we just helped, those are people that work for the rebellion, and they're gonna help us get our father back. I mean, at this point we obviously know that our father got kidnapped, even though we never saw it. Yep. Here we go. And we're now in the underground. We're trying to escape. And there's not a lot. Oops. Stay on. There's not a lot that can go wrong. Except I can die. I'm gonna take a safer route. If I die at one point at the Kraken, the end boss, spoilers, of this level, I'm gonna cry, but I just hope that's not gonna happen. So here's the secret lab, but we don't care about the lab, we just wanna get this flame. And gonna do some clutch stuff with it. So we're gonna light the dynamite, hopefully get there in time. And toss it over here. Perfect. Just in time. And we can get past this. Let's see if we can one-cycle this. So these pipes are a bit annoying. You have to wait for this one and this one if you don't make it in the first cycle, which I didn't. And then you just move it over here. Next gate opens. So yeah, these puzzles are not that complicated. It's very basic physics puzzles, but it's also, you know, the game is... I'm not sure if this is aimed for kids, but it's definitely a very neat game. It's not deep or, you know, philosophical in any way. It's very simple, but it's just fun to play. So yeah, even if you don't want to speedrun this, you might get interest in playing this game casually. Oh yeah, this the toxic doesn't really kill you, but I advise not standing inside it for long. Okay, perfect. This crate has to land in this exact position, otherwise I'm gonna have troubles getting over to the other side. Oh boy, and moving objects, obviously in any physics game, is gonna be a nightmare, and I got a really bad cycle, but I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go for some risky jumps. So yeah, there. This game only has... No. Okay, I saw this coming. This game only has 8 directions you can jump. Like forwards, backwards, left, right, and then diagonal in all directions. And this makes steering in air really hard. I got a better cycle this time, so it's gonna be safe. I say safe, but nearly fell down again. Okay, perfect. It's also one of the hardest parts in this area. So yeah, just because you can't really control your character that well when you're in midair, some of these jumps are really hard, and the isometric camera perspective is gonna make it even harder to see where you're gonna land. There's gonna be an RNG part later in the game, I'm gonna point it out, where actually the camera is gonna make it really hard for us. But right here we just have to do a little bit of puzzle solving. Pipes, who loves those? So basically have to redirect the toxic waste into the main area down here to make these boxes float. Okay, that should be okay. There's an audio cue, I didn't hear it, but I assume it worked. Okay, I can see it rise up, so it should definitely have worked. And then we can jump across. And so we're almost done in the sewers. There's just one more room, and we have to fight a kraken. Spoilers. And I need to set something up, so I'm gonna put some of these dynamites to the other side, because I will need them later. And then I hope this guy's gonna be nice to me, because sometimes he's just being a big jerk. Okay, perfect. That's gonna be a little bit tricky. Nope. Okay. Sometimes these blow up and then I have to get a new one. For some reason he doesn't attack me. Okay, good. There is 4 arms that you just have to destroy, and then he's gonna take this dynamite and swallow it. Because that seems like a good idea apparently. And now here's a cycle where he's gonna do 3 different actions. He's either spitting these green blobs, which is good because that's the faster animation to play, or he's gonna spit like a lot of this goo. Actually he did it 4 times, it's 3 or 4 times. So I need this to play after like 4 times because he's gonna hit this fire up here. And he's gonna drop these firebolts, and then I can just take it, put it in his mouth. And obviously, you know, fire and dynamite. And we beat the boss. So that's the first boss in the game. Not that exciting, I know. Yeah, and so that's the escape. Tear down this wall. I'm gonna use this barrel to reach this ladder. I think you're supposed to stack boxes here, but you can just jump up here and hit the trigger midair. So we're in disguise. Nobody will know that it's us with this mask on. So right here we're in the underworld, which is a little bit more complicated because we're always underground, but this one is basically the mirrored side of the overworld. So there's some magic going on. Oops, don't get stuck there. where the worlds are flipped, and that's why you see me standing on these flip gates sometimes, and then, you know, everything flips upside down. It's actually 2 different worlds that we live in. So there's the clip right here. Nah. Okay, got it. Nice. It's not that easy to get first try, but it's saving a lot of time going around. And then we're invading the secret layer right here. So this guard is probably the worst guard in the game. He's just letting us pass freely. And so yeah, these guys are on Stormtrooper level when it comes to aiming. They really don't hit you that easily. I'm gonna go for the swing. It's not that important to get this jump because you can just crawl in here and you're gonna spawn on the left there. But it's a small time save. So this part is scary. Because these are instant deaths. You can one-cycle it, but you die like every 3rd time you try it. So for marathon's sake, I'm just gonna wait there.
My name is Jake. I've been working on...
So here's the only unskippable cutscene in the game, I promise. So this guy is actually telling us to not run away, but obviously we're gonna run away. Here's important information. Here's a recording of our father getting kidnapped, or like the plan of our father getting kidnapped. So the story is gonna slowly stitch together, even though we skipped like half of the story elements in the game already.
Bring Linus in and lock him up.
It's nice that the game is, you know, refreshing our memory, allowing us to follow the story. Not that it's a good story or anything.
Hello again, Valerie. It's me.
So here's an Australian guy. We haven't actually really met him before. He just gave us the one quest where we had to steal a purse. And he's an interesting guy, definitely.
Do you know where that is? Oh, right. Of course you don't. It wouldn't be much of a secret hideout if everyone knew where it was, I suppose.
Yep.
It's
not the
at the
prize.
marketplace in Lower City, and we'll go there together. I can't tell you where it is over the radio.
Good to see you again. If anyone, this might...
So... Because he's making such a big secret, he's gonna put a head,
Valerie, now
like a
follow
helmet
my
on our
voice. I'll
head.
give you directions.
And
Go left.
he's gonna give us directions, but it really doesn't matter where you go, because
Yes,
this
now,
is the only
follow to me.
unskippable cutscene in the game, I promise.
Valerie, no.
We just have to wait till he stops talking. And we can... we're basically in the game at the moment. We're frozen, but we're in a small room, and we can position ourselves in a good position, so we can, once the cutscene plays over, we can actually go from a quicker position.
Oh no, Valerie, the volcano is erupting.
Of course the volcano erupts just when we are blindfolded.
Go left. I said go left. Every man for himself. Run, Valerie, run.
Yep, he's not very helpful.
That was too close for comfort, but we made it. Good work back there. Here, follow me inside.
Okay, so we're spawning right at the entrance of the gate there, instead of on the other side of the room. And
Okay, we're running the... That's why we...
this robot, we're gonna see it later in the game again, but it's basically the super weapon for the rebellion, and they want to use it to take down this evil corporate leader that is stealing everybody's air. Yeah, and so the main storyline right now is to get our father back. Like, he figured out where they keep our father, and we're trying to invade the prison and get our father back. And so we're gonna swap from the underworld into the overworld right here. And then we're back here. Now it's repainting the house over there in the background, which is a neat feature, I think. Our very nice paint job there. So this is one of the few walking segments in the game. Usually you just do these in the underground, but there's not a lot to this part until we reach the prison. Yep, got up there first try. The only thing is you can land actually on top of this maze. You don't have to go down into the maze. You can just stand here, wait for the guard, and hopefully steal the key from him. You're supposed to sneak up on him, but I mean, who has time for that? There's a puzzle in this house. You're supposed to figure out this door code, but I mean, you can just memorize it and then steal the key. There we go. There's a lot of Easter eggs in this house too. So if you play this casually, go explore this house. It's very, very funny. Oops. So yeah, bunny hopping is faster in this game. Not by a lot, but it is. And so that's why I also bunny hop in Chesspunk. And here's our father. And here's the only unskippable cutscene in the game, I promise. No, actually I lied. This cutscene is skippable. It's the only skippable cutscene. But here, we're in the prison cell. We get caught. So in that cutscene, which is another very important story element in the game, they're gonna take our father away, probably kill him, we don't know, and lock us up in this cave. And so basically you're either breaking in or breaking out. The entire game is just break-ins or breakouts. Also, for some reason you cannot skip these audio logs. It's a little bit sad because we have to sit through this.
Here comes my plan. You see the creature over there? That's Daisy, my dearest creation. I've taught her to do all kinds of things.
So here's Daisy.
Like opening prison doors.
And he's gonna open
here, Daisy.
the prison door
Save
for us.
Your master. No, 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 not that way. Over here. Daisy? Daisy?
Yes, good girl.
Blasted, you
We have to wait a little bit more until his monologue is finished, and then we can escape.
Daisy, no! You wouldn't leave your master down here, would you? I didn't mean to call you stupid. Daisy, come back! Daisy!
Okay, so escape. We have the option to actually free him, but it doesn't give us any benefit in the speedrun, so we're not gonna do it. These lasers are not scary because we can just jump over them. So sneaking around is not that important in this level, at least in this part. There's one camera that I do not want to get caught by, which is this one right here. Is it gonna move? Okay. Because it's going to call in these little bots, and I cannot proceed unless I kill those bots, really, because otherwise they're just gonna kill me when I leave this room. And as I said, dying is bad. So here's another physics puzzle that is really not that hard. Oops, this is not great. Oh no, boxes. I'm just gonna put all these boxes aside. And then I can complete this. Whoops. Yeah, this segment is sadly a little bit slow. CFO. These are really precise. Line them up perfectly, and yep. This powers the elevator, and then we can escape. Great. Oh yeah, these lasers do damage, but not that much. You don't really have a health bar, and you regenerate health, so it really doesn't matter if you get hit a little bit. The only things that can kill you instantly are explosives and rocks. We're gonna meet those rocks in a bit after this segment here. So here's another stealth element in the game, where we're just gonna be stealthy by bunny hopping through and ignoring everything. Oops. So yeah, when you get hit, you get slowed down and you don't lose any health. You only lose health when they are right next to you and attack you physically. Okay. So I steal his key. I don't want to get hit too much because at some point he's gonna slow me down too much. But yeah. Right here we just need to remove this battery.
Valerie, there's been a break-in at a rebel base. I'm here just discovering the damage.
And this guard is just, I don't know what he's doing. But he's giving me a head start. It's very nice of him.
Everything is destroyed. Wait, I don't see.
These guards are just blind and deaf, and I have no idea why. They're just standing there. And then there's gonna be one guard in here, and we have to dodge him, maybe? He's actually not here. That's great. Okay, so here's a really cool part of the game. You're supposed to solve this puzzle, and it's like really obnoxious and long and awful, and then these electric balls are gonna kill you if you touch them too often. But instead, we're gonna abuse the physics engine in this game. I'm gonna do a little stackerino up here, like this. Just have to hope that this barrel is gonna, yeah, that should work. So yeah, here you see if the explosion touches you, you lose health, but you don't die instantly. And we just jump over the barrier because it's a lot faster to do this. And the game devs didn't really pay attention to that. Here's another barrel to go through this laser. Very convenient, especially because we can use it to stand on top, hopefully, and then jump up here. And these guards are really dumb. Sometimes they're gonna get you because stupid RNG or whatever. Okay, so here, damn it. Here he actually touched my barrel. He turned around, touched my barrel, and killed me by the laser. So I have to redo this, unfortunately. Oh, that's not good. Backup strats. Perfect. It's not the biggest time loss there. But yeah. So I'm gonna put it a little bit higher this time. Great. Okay, so here are the rocks that I promised, and these are the only enemies that actually really care to kill you. Because if a rock falls on your head, you die instantly. There's gonna be a lot more in a second. Just wait. Oh. Yeah, this is a physics puzzle. I mean, come on, it's not that hard to figure out. But yeah, sometimes this rock will bounce up and down because the physics engine is not the best. And then instead of going upwards, you're just moving up and down, up and down, up and down, and you're stuck in there until you replace the rock. So okay, there's an explosion here, and so these rocks are random and they instantly kill you. And because of the isometric camera, you cannot always predict whether a rock is gonna fall down. I mean, you see the shadow, but sometimes the rock kills you mid-air, and it's really hard to get through here. Oh, okay. That wasn't too bad, but I died a couple of times here. That was nice, yeah. We're gonna meet those rocks again in the end of the game, but let's hope everything is well. There's two ways to go through this level. I prefer jumping on rooftops. Oops. This is a very small ledge that you have to land on. Oops, please. A little bit. Ah, okay. Ideally, that shouldn't happen, but oh well. Physics. And then we can get launched over this gate. So here's a floor pattern. There's like explosives that will kill you. But you can just jump over to these few tiles and then you're safe. you don't actually have to figure out the entire puzzle there. So yeah, that was the escape part. So here's gonna be a lot more jumping and running until we reach the final level of the game. There's also a soft lock with this machine that I discovered 2 days ago, and I really hope that I don't get stuck in here, because that would be unfortunate. I have no idea what caused it, but it looks fine right now. So if I'm able to leave this platform, that's already a small victory. Okay, nice. I didn't get stuck in there. Because, yeah, during practice I just fell through the platform and died, and then I kept dying over and over again because there's a quick save as soon as the platform arrives. But if you're mid-air or like falling down while the quick save happens, there's no way you can go back. And I also don't have any quick backup saves for this game, so let's just hope everything from this point on will go nicely. So in regards of world record, everything that happened until this point really doesn't matter too much, because here's the boss fight, and this boss fight takes a while, and it's also pure RNG. Or at least I think it's pure RNG. I really haven't figured out a way to read this guy. He has a few different attacks. He's gonna shoot rockets at us, he's gonna shoot dynamite, he's gonna stomp, and he's gonna grapple. And we want him to shoot dynamite for every phase 3 times in a row. Ideally I catch it and throw it back at him. So there's 1. There's 2. And he should give me a 3rd one. Nice, okay, that was good. And then he's gonna charge, and we have to hide behind one of these pillars. There's 4 pillars guarding the door, and then there's 1 more phase where we have to explode the door. So this is basically just hoping for really good RNG and not dying to these robots. I'm not sure. I think he blew up the dynamite with his rockets. That can also happen. Nope. Okay, it worked. Nice. Nice. He's being really nice. So during my PB, he had 1 phase where he just wouldn't spawn any dynamite for like a minute straight, and so that's very sad and unfortunate. Okay, stomping. You can actually launch yourself on top of these pillars during the stomp. He should be charging now. Okay, there we go. Sometimes he's not doing what he's supposed to do. Wait for these robots. There's a lot going on. The entire game is very easy until this point. This fight is actually hard, because you have to dodge the robots and his attacks, and you have to make sure you throw back the dynamite in time. We need 1 more dynamite for the last phase. It's gonna jump. Whee! Nice. And I'm in a good position. No, I'm not. Actually, okay. I'm safe. Because it's not hard enough, there's gonna be rocks falling down. And if you die to these rocks, you have to do the entire fight again. I'm not kidding. It's really obnoxious. So I really do not want to die until the last phase is gonna play. So we need 2 more dynamites. I hope he's gonna be nice. Please be nice. Ugh. It's gonna be one of these runs again, I think. Okay, I think that hit him. Whoa. Nice, okay. So as long as there's no rock coming down here at this second, I should be good. Nice. Okay. So at least there's a save here. There is gonna be a lot more rocks here. And I can still die, because these rocks are really hard to see in this level. But that fight actually went a lot better than I expected. and it's gonna be time. So yeah, 34:50. Yep, that beats my record by 30 seconds. Mainly because we had a really good boss fight and, you know, nothing really terrible happened throughout the run. So that's Traverse. That's okay. Yeah. I can read